Welcome, everyone. Absolutely think to success. That's what people tell us, isn't it? We're supposed to be thinking our way to success, and yet so many times you're sitting there going, what am I supposed to be thinking about? I know I'm supposed to be thinking to success, and I think all the time, don't we all? Our brain is going a mile a minute, and yet it doesn't seem to be working. I seem to be thinking every single day and yet not creating the success I want. Isn't that how it happens all too often? So here's what I want to tell you today. We're going to talk about what to specifically be thinking about. What are you supposed to be thinking every day that'll help you create the life of your dreams and create the success you really want? This is Paul Finck, the Maverick Millionaire, and this is the Maverick Mondays Facebook Live presentation, and we are here for you talking about how to do things different, how to create an unconventional thought process in today's absolute conversation, how to create a different thought process, but also how to create a different action, different behaviors. Go about life very differently, the Maverick way, so it's completely unconventional, completely off the charts, to create the off the charts life that you really want. Hey Tim, welcome aboard. So great to see you. We've got to catch up, buddy. Absolutely. Such great things. So we're talking about thinking to success. When you're looking to do it different, when you're looking for unconventional, you're in the right place. So let's get going and start talking about this topic. We listen about, thinking to success. We are thinking, oh, I've got to make it so. I've got to create the life of my dreams. I've got to create the business. I've got to create the process. I've got to create the systems, monetize it all, bring in the connections, do all this great stuff, social media, and yet everyone says, just think about it. Hey, Tim, thanks. You rock too, buddy. You rock. The greatness about thinking. There's a few quotes that I grabbed hold of that really say a ton about this subject. Buddha says, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Oprah says, I know for sure what we dwell on internally in our mind, what we dwell on is who we become. Act the way you want to be, and soon you will be the way you act. Les Brown. And Norman Vincent Peale said this: change your thoughts and you change your world. I've been training on this in my boot camps, in all my social media, and everything I've done with my coaching programs. I've been teaching the process of internal first, then external, of really getting that what you think about becomes your life. That when you think about things in a certain way, in a certain pattern, it creates it, manifests it out in the real world. And unfortunately for so many of us with our feet planted on the ground, a lot of this sounds a little yah-yah, a little bit out there, not quite hitting home with us. So what do you mean I think my way to success? How does thinking really change anything? Man, I still got my taxes. I still got my bills to pay. I still got my boss harassing me. I've got clients who aren't buying the way I want them to. All these things are happening. Well, what makes the difference? Start thinking in a certain way and continue to comment, guys. And I've been giving out prizes every single week. And this week for all you, and whether you're listening to this live or listening to this in a broadcast, a rebroadcast, I will be paying attention. So continue to comment all week long. And then we've been giving out Be a Success Maverick, one of my key, just major books that people have been reading and buying all year long. Well, absolutely, this drove to bestseller, and it's because there's such great material in it. We're going to give one of these away this week for those people that comment below. And also I'll be engaging with you. So ask your questions, comment about what's exciting you, and comment about, well, what your key questions are about what to think about, and any follow-up to what I'm about to cover right now. In all my analysis, and hey Keith, welcome aboard. In all my analysis about about how to think, there are a few ways that I've identified to think, and specifically 6 I'm going to cover right here. And 6 ways in which you every single day can be thinking, can be internalizing a process that manifests externally. The first one is, and number 1 is, think big. And I mean huge big. You've got to be thinking bigger than you used to. You've got to be thinking bigger than the next guy. You've got to be thinking larger than life. And here's why. The draw, the excitement, the unbelievable pull that when you think of big vision, when you think of really grandiose just ideas, concepts, when you have that real purpose that you not only dream about, but you think about every single day, and then you begin to share with others, and that's what happens when you're thinking that way. It comes out verbally as well. Be thinking big. What's your fullest potential? Who is it that you want to become, that you know, that you see inside you really are, and yet you haven't shown it to the outside world yet? Who is that person? And when you think about that person and that person inside of you, and the largest they could be, the greatest they could ever be, the fullest potential you could ever stretch to, and then multiply that another tenfold. What's your biggest dream you dare to dream? That's what I mean by dreaming big. See, highly successful people that are really getting this, where you manifest your greatness in the real world, where it begins is internal, and where it begins is really imagining it to be so. Imagine you are just amazing. Imagine you are just the greatest person you could possibly be, the greatest you could possibly be. That's where it starts. And so when we talk about think your way to success, imagine the big dream. Imagine the big greatness that you could be, without any holding back, without any, caveats. Well, I could be great if, but that's not really for me. Or, oh, I don't want any money. Money's not important. Most people who say that usually don't have the money. Just want to tell you that whatever that great dream is, you want to be on stage. You want to be the big rock singer. You want to be a speaker, a coach. You want to be a best-selling author on an international basis. You want to be a movie star. You want to be a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company. Whatever your dream is, just dream it big, huge, if you will. Number 2, what to be thinking. That process to go from average, also ran, to magnificent, amazing. Be thinking fearless. That's right, fearless. Not just fearless, only regardless of your fears, you do it anyway. That you're not going to let any fear stop you. You're not going to let any fear keep you down. You're not going to have any fear or thought in your brain that actually keeps you from moving forward. That you will keep going. Think fearless. Think courage, courageous. You'll do it anyway. That's a thought process of the highly successful. That's the thought process of the magnificent. That's the thought process of the Mavericks out there that are just changing the world. Is that regardless of any fear, regardless of any self-doubt that's sitting in their head, they move forward and they do it anyway. Think fearlessness. Number 3, and this is really key. You've got to think working now is power, is important. And working now, putting the effort in now to fulfill your dreams later. That's right. Working today, putting in the effort, whatever it takes, putting in that strong effort to create in your world so that you could have that magical world later on down the line. See, unfortunately, in this day and age, immediate gratification has taken over. Everyone wants everything instant. We have this interaction instant. A couple seconds in getting our email out is too long. Answering a text, it's got to be done right away. Receiving the text, it better not take another 10 seconds or I'm out of here. You see, in the world of immediate gratification, the challenge is that success is a long-term journey. That creating yourself to be the ultimate you is a process that's ongoing. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen just because you say yes today. It'll happen soon, but not quite right now. Learn to put off the gratification. Learn that long-term gratification for the work that you do today is the process that you're looking for. And when you have that thought that that is okay, not only okay, only it is absolutely what's accepted in your world and what you do every day, understanding that this dream is what you're working towards and that the journey is powerful. It's not just an event. It's not an instant. It's a journey and a process. So move towards that journey and process. Create that understanding that effort today creates your dream life tomorrow. I know I started on this journey back. I talk about different segments of my life, and you continue to engage with me and comment below, and we can talk more about this even offline. Only absolutely, my journey started, this life, I would say about 15 years ago. And I know I put in year after year of really focused energy to create the great life I have now. Where now I'm the Maverick millionaire and able to travel and experience life and really give my family all that they could possibly imagine and then some, and really have the great life that I so imagined back 15 years ago. Only now I'm able to live it large because I put in the effort, I put in the work back then and continue to do so. It doesn't happen where you can stop at one point. I continue to put forth the effort because I want it to continue to build and grow. And I want to be there for all of you now. So understand that process. So you keep building, keep growing. And it's a process, not an event. And I put in the work today for my dream tomorrow. Your thinking, your thought process, what creates this success by having a different thought internally? Different thought number 4. Absolutely think risk. Taking a risk is good. That's right. Risking is not a, oh my gosh, you shouldn't risk, bad you. You should absolutely take that risk. Man, dare to dream big and then risk making it happen in your life. Put all your chips into the middle of the table and let it ride. Because it's when you take the big risks that you get the big rewards. When you go for it and really look for making the home runs is when the greatness, the big things happen. Now, of course, we're still going to be taking the singles hits. We're still going to be going for those base hits all along the way, only you've got to be thinking big and acting big to create a bigness in your life and to create that abundance that you're looking for. So think risk is big. Think risk is good, and that to think big is great. Here's what I'll tell you. I teach people, and I know I experienced it for myself. Think this way. Think big. Think fearless. Think put in work today for my dream tomorrow. And be thinking, I put in 5 years. 5 years doing what most people will never do. Putting in the work and effort. 5 years of doing what most people will never do. I'll get a lifetime where I'm able to enjoy what most people will never have. Put in the time and effort and take the risk and watch it come back to you tenfold. Dare to step out. Dare to be different. Dare to step well beyond your comfort zone. That's what we're talking about. Number 5, and moving right along here, number 5, absolutely comment. You like any of these, you disagree with these, I'm fine with that. Remember, I'm the Maverick. Disagree all you want. And let's have a real discussion about it, because I'm consistent, I'm persistent, and I will keep having these conversations to let everyone know where the magic can happen for them. So this is Jennifer. How are you? Long time. We got to catch up, talk. Great to see you here. Listen, number 5, think, learn, and grow. Learn and grow. Constantly being learning, constantly being bringing this into your life, constantly learning something new. Be reading books, looking at webinars, hanging out with me in Facebook Live, and even joining me in my live presentations. I've got live trainings that happen coast to coast all the time. Go to my website, stay connected, and absolutely go and comment here, and we'll make sure that you're connected across the board so that you can continue to learn and grow. It is where the magic happens. You see, when you grow, when you learn, you grow. And when you grow, you're creating new synapses internally. And that thought process creates a magnitude of wealth and coming back to you. That abundance in thought creates an abundance in your life. When you also get into the habit of learning, the process is to actually not just take the information in intellectually, but also be moldable talent. What I mean by that is where you actually apply it, hear the information and change on the dime, hear the information and shift right away. Because the more information you can bring in and then apply into your life where you make that shift, you mold yourself, constantly shifting and changing to create yourself to the ultimate you. That's how it happens. So be looking for new information and looking on how to apply that new information into your life. Real powerful. And number 6, and we've been going a little while now, this is absolutely powerful information. We're talking about thinking your way to success. And I've laid out 6 powerhouse pieces on what you can be thinking about every day to create that success in your world. And I promise you, all these things, they sound like a lot of yah-yah. It sounds like, yeah, whatever. I think big. I think I'm fearless. I'm courageous. And then all of a sudden it happens. All this over time creates the magic that you'll see in your life when you're consistent, persistent in thinking this way. Watch. Be aware of what you're doing. So number 6 in all this is be thinking, I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Nothing ever stops me. I am a pit bull. I am absolutely persistent, consistent in my behavior, and I will never, ever, 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 ever stop. That's right. And for all of you, you've got a dream. You've got a thought as to what your life could be like. You've got a passion for it. You understand that life is really what I want and where I belong. It's who I am internally. It just hasn't shown up in the real world yet. Here's what I want to tell you. Be unstoppable. Never give up. I know I will be here as a coach and a trainer on these lessons and these processes for the rest of my life. And when I started 15 years ago, I determined this would be my future. And in thick and thin and ups and downs and craziness that, absolutely did throw other people aside, made other people get off the train, had people jumping off the tracks right and left. I stayed solid and never gave up. And now I'm able to tell the story. Now I'm able to be here, living life large because I never stopped. Just never give up. Never give up on your journey. The people that win because they never gave up. I know people that are 10 times smarter than I am. I know people that are just so much more talented. I know people that just got it all together, and yet they weren't able to create what I've created because they weren't able to stay the course. They stopped. They gave up. One failure and they ran for the hills. Never give up. Never stop. Never quit. And you're destined to succeed. just destined to succeed. I promise you. I'm proof. Stay the course. Stay on task. Absolutely be powerful. Hey, AR. Absolutely stay on task. My thoughts. You want to be successful. You want to have abundance in your life. You want to be a multi-millionaire, have great relationships, have a great company, have a great team by your side, and just have great experiences for the rest of your life. Pay attention to the thoughts. Think your way to success. Absolutely think big, think fearless. Think that work ethic. We're working now for the gratification later, not now. Working, taking the big risk to get the big rewards. Absolutely continue to learn, continue to be moldable talent, and be completely unstoppable. And you too will be by my side, hanging out with me, enjoying life to its fullest, because you too will be a maverick and be able to have this abundance. And I look forward to seeing you with it. I look forward to helping you along your journey. Whatever you need, absolutely comment below. You have comments or questions about this, how to really apply it even more fully into your life, go ahead and comment. And for all the people that comment, we'll be picking out one person to win Be a Success Maverick, my best-selling book. I'm a best-selling author in here, as well as hanging out with a few other best-selling authors through my publishing house. Yes, we've got a publishing house that we can help you be an author as well. So pay attention to that. And for all of you, this is Maverick Mondays. This is Paul Finck, the Maverick Millionaire. And just want to tell you, continue to be unconventional, continue to do things a little bit different to create the different results that you're so looking for. This is Paul Finck. Till next time, continue being just amazing. Talk to you all soon.